Hello dear students, today's topic is reactive intermediates. Now, the intermediate species which is obtained during the course of reaction, it is called as reactive intermediate. For example, yesterday we discussed about the carbonium ion, then carbanion. These are the species, these are obtained after the heterolytic fission. Then carbene and free radicals are some of the reactive intermediates. Now we will see all these reactive intermediates one by one. So we will start with carbonium ion. It is also called as carbocation because it contains positive charge. So what is carbonium ion? So carbonium ion is a cation in which the positive charge is carried by a carbon having only 6 electron in its valence shell. Means to complete the octet it needs 2 electrons, therefore it is deficient of 2 electrons, means pair of electron, and therefore positive sign is there. As you can see here, methyl alcohol is there, and after heterolytic fission OH carried negative charge or pair of electron with it, and therefore it carries negative charge, and the remaining carbon it is deficient of electron and it carries positive charge, and as carbon carries positive charge it is called as a carbonium ion. Here you can see that it is a methyl carbonium ion, and where carbon carries 6 valence electrons and 1 positive charge. Now this carbonium ion is classified as primary, secondary or tertiary according to the carbon having positive charge is whether primary, secondary or tertiary. Now you can see here methyl carbonium ion is there, so it is a special case, okay, where carbon carries positive charge and 3 H hydrogen are attached to carbon, therefore it is methyl carbonium ion. Then next one you can see is a ethyl carbonium ion. Whenever carbon contain one alkyl group, it comes under category that is primary carbonium ion, or it is a carbon containing at least one R group or one alkyl group, that carbon is called as a primary carbon, and that primary carbon carries positive charge, and therefore we are calling here that ethyl carbonium ion is a primary carbonium ion. Then the next one you can see isopropyl carbonium ion, where carbon now carries 2 alkyl groups, and whenever carbon carries 2 alkyl groups, 2 R groups, then that carbon is called as a secondary carbon, and that secondary carbon ion now having a positive charge, and therefore we call it as a secondary carbonium ion. The last one you can see here, carbon carries 3 R group, 3 methyl group, and therefore that carbon is a tertiary carbon, and the carbon which is tertiary carries positive charge, and therefore it is called as a tertiary carbonium ion. The special name is tertiary butyl carbonium ion. So in that way carbonium ion is classified as primary, secondary and tertiary carbonium ion, and where methyl carbonium ion is a special one. Now how to form or how to prepare the carbonium ion? So the first method is by direct polarization of covalent bond. Polarization means what? Means suppose we are having a different atoms forming a bond. That bond is called as a polar bond, and that one atom must be electronegative and another must be electropositive, and therefore the heterolytic fission can be takes place there. So you can see here the compound is there, and CX bond is going to cleaved or undergoes fission. So heterolytic fission must be takes place there, and where X being electronegative atom, it carries pair of electron with it, and therefore X becomes negatively charged and the C or carbon becomes positively charged, and as carbon becomes positively charged, it is our carbonium ion. For example, suppose we are taking tertiary butyl bromide. Here CBr is a bond which is polar bond, and here heterolytic fission is possible in presence of base, and immediately what happened, Br being negative, being electronegative, carries electron pair and becomes negatively charged, and the carbon being electropositive carries positive charge, and whatever we are getting here is now a reactive intermediate which is called as tertiary butyl carbonium ion. This is a first method of formation of carbonium ion just by simple polarization, by simple heterolytic fission. Then the second method is by acid catalysis. For example, suppose we are taking alcohols or alkenes or any carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds mean the compounds where CO group is present. That compounds are called as a carbonyl compound. So alcohols, alkenes or carbonyl compounds, they undergoes acid hydrolysis and form carbonium ion. Now one example is given here, alcohol. We are writing here general formula of alcohol, that is ROH. When this ROH means alcohol undergoes acid hydrolysis. Acid hydrolysis means it provides H plus. So immediately that OH comes up with negative charge and it joined with H plus to form a bond and form water molecule. And as the pair of electron goes with OH, so definitely the R becomes positively charged and we call it as a carbonium ion. It is a general reaction, so we are taking one specific reaction. Ethyl alcohol is there, and again in presence of acid, what happened, that OH takes a negative charge, combine with H plus to form a water molecule, and now the carbon becomes positively charged. Now this carbon is a secondary carbon, and therefore we get ethyl carbonium, not secondary, it is a primary carbon having only one R group attached to it, and therefore it is called as a primary carbonium ion. Specially we call it as a ethyl carbonium ion. So these are the two methods of preparation for carbonium ion, one by hydrolysis or polarization and second by acid catalysis. Then the reactions of carbonium ion, the reactions which are carried out by carbonium ion. Now carbonium ion is a short-lived intermediate and it is very reactive, and therefore it reacts in several ways. Now we also know that the carbonium ion means it is a positively charged, means it acts as a nucleophile. Okay, means whatever coming attacking group attacks on that will be a nucleophile. जो न्यूक्लियस के तरफ अट्रैक्ट होगा दैट इज़ न्यूक्लियोफाइल. तो जो कोई ग्रुप यहाँ पे अटैक करेगा कार्बोनियम आयन पे वो न्यूक्लियोफाइल रहेगा, एंड देयरफॉर द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रिएक्शंस carried out by carbonium ion are classified as number 1 न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन. सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन मीन्स जिसमें एक ग्रुप निकल के या एक एटम निकल के दूसरा एटम अटैच हो जाएगा, सब्स्टिट्यूट हो जाएगा. बट यहाँ पे जो रिएक्शन होगी दैट विल बी प्योरली न्यूक्लियोफिलिक बिकॉज आर कार्बोनियम आयन इज एक्ट एज अ positively charged, and whatever coming to it or electron deficient center, so whatever attract towards it, it must be nucleophile. it must be negatively charged. जो attract होगा वो negative charge लेके आएगा. Then second is elimination reaction, which is also carried out by this carbonium ion, and the third one is rearrangement reaction. So take a look one by one. Number 1 is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now you can see here tertiary butyl bromide is a reactant, initial reactant, where it undergoes hydrolysis. By mistake 3 CH3 groups are written here. We have to correct it that instead of 1 CH3 we have to write there Br. So it becomes tertiary butyl bromide, and after hydrolysis Br get cleaved there by taking negative charge as hydrolytic fusion takes place there, and we get now tertiary butyl carbonium ion with plus charge. And now this tertiary butyl carbonium ion act as an intermediate, and now it further react with aqueous KOH. Hydrolysis takes place. Now this out of this KOH, OH being nucleophilic species attached with the or form a bond with C carbon, and we get tertiary butyl alcohol as a final product. So initially Br get substituted by OH. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Then elimination reaction, second reaction is so we are taking example of N-propyl bromide in presence of alcoholic KOH. Here Br get removed, here again heterolytic fusion takes place. So Br it combine with potassium, so form a KBr, and now this carbon, which is a secondary carbon, it carries positive charge. So we get N-propyl carbonium ion, and again this OH reacts further to form react, and here what happened now, the hydrogen atom from the adjacent carbon atom where positive charge is there, so it get also released to form a water molecule, and therefore one unsaturation or one double bond is formed, and we get CH3 CH double bond CH2. And here as we know that elimination reaction is there. What is elimination reaction? When the two atoms or groups from adjacent carbon atom, they are eliminated, then to form a unsaturation or multiple bond, it is called as a elimination reaction, and same thing is happening here, and therefore here the carbonium ion, secondary carbonium ion, carry forward this elimination reaction. The third one is rearrangement reaction. Now rearrangement reaction is what? It is just a change of position of the atom. So here we are having N-propyl bromide. It is again primary carbonium ion, and in presence of base, what happened? Simple, CBr is a polar bond, and here heterolytic fission takes place, so carbon carries positive charge and Br, it carries negative charge, and therefore the positive charge is carried out by this carbon, and this carbon is primary carbonium ion. Okay, but we according to the rule, the secondary carbonium ion is more stable than the primary one. So whatever is stable will be formed, and therefore this just delocalization of, or we can say just rearrangement of that hydrogen atom takes place, and we get secondary ion which is more stable than the primary one. So this is about the rearrangement reaction. Now the most important is stability of carbonium ion. So carbonium ion is a stable ion. Yes, as we already studied in resonating structures or resonance form or resonance effect, that if the structure is having more than one structure, or it is a combination of many structures, then it will be more stable. So by that rule, suppose we are having, you can see in allylic or aromatic system, delocalization of positive charge is possible. Means you can see 3-bromopropene, it is a allyl bromide. So in presence of base, what happened? Simple CBr, heterolytic fission takes place. Now carbon carries positive charge, and here delocalization is possible because after that positive charge, double bond is present. So electrons from that double bond goes towards that carbon atom, and that's why that carbon atom now carries which carries positive charge becomes neutral, but the electron which is donated by the carbon, it carries now positive charge. So delocalization of positive charge takes place here, so we get more than two structures or more than one structure, and in that way we can say that this carbonium ion is stable because delocalization of positive charge is possible here. Now we are just said before that carbonium ion is of three kinds. Okay, primary, secondary and tertiary. So which one is more stable? Now the tertiary one is more stable because methyl group or any alkyl group, they are electron donating group. So carbon is already electron positive, it is deficient of electrons. So if any group is donating electron to that carbon which is deficient, it obviously stabilize that carbon more. It try to make it neutral. So if it is going means sharing that positive charge, then it must be more stable. So in tertiary case or in tertiary carbonium ion, here are three alkyl groups or three R groups are there which are donating electrons to carbon to make it more stable, and therefore tertiary carbonium ion is more stable. In secondary only two groups are there, therefore as compared to tertiary, the secondary one is less stable. As compared to secondary, again primary carbonium ion is having only one R group, therefore it is less stable, and the methyl one is again less stable. So we can say that tertiary carbonium ion is the most stable, followed by secondary, then primary, and then methyl. So this is all about carbonium ion.